Hello, my name is Caitlin, and I decided to research the modern hiring process regarding the role of artificial intelligence in resume development. There are two sides to this topic, the first of which is people using AI to help them write their resumes, and the other side is companies using it to sift through the resumes of potential candidates. So, how do people use AI to create a resume? Well, there are a few different answers to this question. The big one is ChatGPT. This is considered a less structured AI resume builder because while it could create the entire document for someone, there is a lot more freedom in what people can get out of it. For example, someone can ask for a text generation of a specific part of their resume, or they could simply ask for formatting advice. Another thing ChatGPT is good for is coming up with keywords based on job descriptions. However, if people want a more structured resume builder, things like Canva, Kick Resume, Resume.io, and other similar sites are good options. These sites mainly use AI to produce pre-written phrases to incorporate into the documents. They are also good for pre-built templates and established formatting. One of the good things about AI is that it can return clear and concise language that is easy to read and understand. However, people need to be careful with this because it can sometimes generate things that aren't 100% accurate or completely logical. Also, while using AI to save time is a nice plus, part of that saved time needs to be spent reviewing what the AI has written to ensure accuracy. Ultimately, AI works best when it's used to gather ideas, but those ideas should just be used as a base for what will actually be handed into the company. One of the things that may prevent effective use in regard to resumes is a lack of personality, especially in creative fields where unique resumes may actually help candidates stand out. Also, the overuse of keywords may reduce the possibility of getting an interview if it is too obvious. But this only applies if it's a human handling the hiring process rather than AI. Now, taking a look at the ethics, if the creation of a resume is done well, using AI to do so may create an unfair advantage. Many people do not have access to artificial intelligence or have the right knowledge to use it. These people may think it's unfair that their competitors aren't accurately representing themselves. They may consider it a form of cheating. The opposing argument to this is that people could say the successful use of AI is skill in and of itself. Another reason to question the ethics of this strategy is because it may lead to misrepresentation due to the lack of personality and the AI possibly exaggerating the significance of accomplishments or experience. And finally, there's the matter of being transparent if people do use AI to help write their resume. People could either argue that companies should have a right to know if the candidate used it, or that AI is simply another tool and strategy for getting hired. Companies use applicant tracking systems, which are trained by machine learning algorithms to sift through resumes. In resume screening, natural language processing helps AI interpret free-form text, identifying key details like job titles, skills, and achievement. Natural language processing is able to recognize different formats and terminology to a certain extent. For example, it can convert BA in Communications into Bachelor of Arts in Communications. For data extraction, AI scans resumes for key information and pulls out the most important points. It then assigns scores to resumes based on alignment with job requirements, prioritizing critical skills or experiences to rank candidates for employers. Tools such as Workday, Taleo, Lever, and others are trained to help employers sort through potential candidates based on keyword searches and information from job descriptions. So, realistically, AI sifting does work, but it's not the best thing to do in certain situations. The main point of using software to sift through resumes rather than doing it manually is to save time, so I guess in that sense, it is accomplishing one of its main goals. It can also be more effective because this process goes through everything on every resume. The average time that an employer spends looking at a resume is about 6 or 7 seconds, which means they could be glazing over critical information. AI sifting heavily reduces this possibility. With that said, it comes with a huge caveat. Since these algorithms rely on keywords, there is a much larger possibility that it overlooks candidates who may have unique skills to apply, which may not be considered key to these systems. A lack of human judgment may lead to resumes being overlooked because of technicalities such as formatting or unique wording. Moving on to the ethics of this, we have to consider the possibility that these algorithms may be trained on historical hiring processes, which could lead to discriminatory practices in choosing the resumes of best fit candidates. It could also be considered unethical because AI lacks human judgment, which could be unfair to people with unique career paths, or who may not have typical background experience. It could also be seen as an impersonal way of hiring, which overlooks efforts in resume building and any creative aspects candidates may have included. And once again, transparency matters must be considered because people applying to jobs always wonder what their chances of being hired are and deserve to know how they will be considered. If someone applies to a job they may not be conventionally fit for, they should be aware of the fact that they are being evaluated by AI. In both situations, artificial intelligence has the potential to be an effective tool. However, a few things need to be done to ensure good outcomes. For using AI to create resumes, candidates need to ensure the accuracy of what the AI has created for them. It would also be a good idea to personalize the document so the company can better understand the person who submitted the resume, assuming it is a human reviewing it. When using AI to sift through resumes, employers need to eliminate bias, and they can do this by overseeing the first few attempts of running resumes through applicant tracking systems. By doing this, employers can gain a better understanding of how the systems work and whether or not it is a good option for their company specifically. Finally, companies should also be transparent in their use of these systems out of respect to potential candidates. Here is the list of references I used for my research. Thank you.